What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to D-Lo's Cryptos, where we navigate the ever-changing seas of the cryptosphere. It's been a little while since I've made a video. For a little while I was pretty sick. I got sick for like 2, maybe even 3 weeks. Just was feeling like crap. I was out of town a couple of times. You know, I have a family, so I can't get on here as much as I'd like to make videos. I'm going to try to be a lot more active moving forward, but I wanted to just get on because there's been so much action happening over the last 6 to 8 weeks. A lot of stuff going on, but I wanted to talk about portfolios and projects and just hit on a few different things. Some of you may be freaking out right now and maybe have already panic sold or thinking about panic selling. And before I go any further, this isn't financial advice. This is just my 2 cents. You know what I'm doing, and you take it for what it's worth. You choose to do what you want to do with your portfolio. It's your money. But in my opinion, you do not want to be selling right now. Okay, I've made this mistake in the past. Okay, I've made this mistake in the past, seeing a project doing really well, running up, making me a ton of money, and then out of the blue it just starts to just drop like a rock, and you see your portfolio just dropping hundreds or maybe even thousands, depending on how much you have in it. And that's the worst thing you can do typically, is to just panic sell, right? So don't make that mistake. Also, you don't want to make a mistake by panic selling because you hear FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. You hear a bad rumor, something, somebody talking something negative about your project, or even maybe multiple people. I made that mistake too, and I'll tell you right now, it's a little bit embarrassing, but it is what it is. We all live and we learn. But I had been an early investor in Fetch AI. I have been buying Fetch AI since it was probably, around that 12 to 15 cent mark, and all the way up to around 40 or 50 cents I was buying it, and I had a pretty good position. And I believe it was one of my strongest conviction plays, okay, just because of the technology and what they do. I still like that project a lot, but about a month ago there was some rumors going around, a couple of other YouTubers that I watch and follow, talking about them going insolvent, that they were seeking emergency funding, and it freaked me out a little bit. I was up, as I had mentioned. I had started buying it pretty early on, so I was up. So I figured, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pull this money out, and while I'm up, so I don't lose any. Well, as we all know, Fetch has been one of the biggest runners in the AI space over the last couple of months. So this is why I bring this up. You want to always just pump the brakes, take a breath, start diving in and looking around to see if these rumors are valid. And you may even come across some articles, because I looked into it. Excuse me. And there were some articles that talked about this issue, but I just didn't do enough. I reacted too quickly, and it was a bad decision on my part, because I would be up a lot more than I am now had I just held on to this, okay? So I'm just trying to put this out there so you guys may not, so you don't do this, make this mistake and do something stupid like this, right? It's best to just hold on to your stuff, okay? Especially if you've been buying early on. Now, let's talk about some good projects that I think are definitely worth looking into or getting into. We've seen a big correction now, and this correction is not over, and we will see a few more corrections. We're still somewhat early into the market, okay? There's a lot of talk about the market topping out, this year. I'm one of the people that don't think that's going to happen. I think that it's going to run till next year. But I could be wrong. It could top out this year. So, you want to get your positions in, sooner than later. If you're already, pretty well established in positions, what I would be doing right now, this is exactly what I'm doing, is I'm holding off. I'm stacking up dry powder, saving money. That's what that is, okay? I'm stacking up some money so I can take advantage of these dips, because buying has kind of come to that point where we're so far into the market that the prices aren't exactly cheap, and you got to think about capital gains tax, okay? And speaking about capital gains tax, you know, you see some of these guys that talk about, you know, buying and then trying to sell to make some profits. Like, that's, unless you're playing with big money, and I mean, like, in my opinion, I'm talking like $1 million or more, you shouldn't be doing that, because you're going to be paying short-term capital gains tax. You know, do you want to give the government 30% of your money that you risked and you worked hard for to put in the market? I don't. So that's something that you really, really have to take in consideration. Well, where you are in the market, okay, and where we think it could end, okay? So if you are one of the people that think the market's gonna top out towards the end of this year, well, do the math. You have to hold these coins for at least 12 months, or else you are in short-term capital gains. You know, it bugs me when I see some of these guys, and I'm not going to name names, but there's one dude in particular, he's constantly talking about, you know, he's just like clowning on people for holding, and, you know, when the market dips, oh, you should have sold and, you know, taken some profits. Man, we're way too early for that. Also, I already know this dude's got a lot of money. He's been in the market a long time. He has a damn Cybertruck. So he's already established. He always brags about how much money he has. So maybe if you're a trader and you've already have a lot of money, then yeah, go ahead and knock yourself out. But I'm thinking the people that are going to come across this video are more people like myself that are, you know, working people that haven't made it there yet, you know. So that's something to really keep in mind. It's very important, okay? So some of the projects and narratives that I think are going to be the winners this cycle are obviously AI. Heard a lot about it, and I think AI is going to be one of the big ones. Gaming, of course, okay? DePIN, which kind of ties into AI, but also memes, okay? Memes are really risky, but memes are getting to the point now where they're different. They're not like the previous cycles, okay? Some of these memes are becoming pretty well established, and they're doing more than just being a picture of something, okay? So that's something that you're going to want to maybe consider if you don't already have them in your portfolio. And some of the memes that I think are strong winners that could become like maybe like the quote blue chip or the Dogecoin or Shiba coin type memes are going to be like Dog with Hat, Pepe, right? Those are two that come right off the top of my head that I think are going to be solid meme picks this cycle. And you'll get, you know, in my opinion, I'm looking at least a 10 to 20x out of these, at least a 10x, but I do think that they could go higher. They are both up there in market cap. They are already both, you know, I don't know exactly where they are because the market's been dropping so much, but they're probably right there around that 2.5 to 3.5 billion dollar market cap, which is a lot. You know, typically that's not something that I want to be getting into because it's already so high, but these memes are different, okay? So I think they have a lot more legs, a lot more runway to grow, and to net you some good multipliers. I think that you know, a good thing to watch when you're getting into some of these projects is, you know, you want to watch what Bitcoin is doing, right? Bitcoin ran from, like, you know, the mid 40s just a month ago, I think it was, all the way to almost 74 grand just a few days ago. That was super hot. It went really fast. A lot of these coins went really fast. So when things like that take place, you better expect a correction, okay? We're not even at the halving yet, and it already made a new all-time high. That's not typical, and that's what's throwing a monkey wrench in this cycle and throwing everybody off. And this cycle is going to be different, you know, so there, you know, that's why you have those people that are saying that the cycle could top out at this at the end of this year. I just don't think that's going to happen. Why? Well, two reasons. You've got the ETFs and the institutions that are going to keep Bitcoin fairly strong and stable. Then we have retail once they come back in, and it's not going to just be like, oh, the retail that was here last cycle and the cycle before. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of those people as well, but we're going to get a lot more people. I mean, me personally, I already know quite a few people that have no idea about crypto that are getting in this cycle. They never even knew about crypto. They maybe heard a little bit about Bitcoin, but they weren't in last cycle. They weren't in any other cycles previous to this. So we're going to see a lot more people into the market. So I think that's going to push this run, you know, at least into 2025. Okay. And I have my, my targets of when I think the market's going to top out and when I think I'm going to want to sell. And that's something that you guys should really work on as well. And I'll talk about that more in more videos that I make coming up. But you really want to think about, okay, this project that I have, what can it do on the low end? What can it do on the high end? And you decide where you want to start taking profits based on that price, okay? That's how I'm going to do it. And that's what I would suggest you guys looking into doing yourselves as well, right? So AI coins that I think are going to obviously be strong are ones that have already shown their strength at this point. Render, you've got Fetch AI, okay? You've got Bitensor, Tau. Those are all three very strong projects that are going to do well and are going to be a main player in this space moving forward. But we have other ones that you can look at too, you know, some that are out now and some that aren't out. You know, one that I'm going to be looking hard at is Aether. Aether has more GPU power and more GPUs out there than the three that I just mentioned, Fetch, Tau, and Render. I want to say combined, but they definitely have a lot more than any of those three. And GPU power, okay, is a very necessary resource for AI, okay? Also, Aether, the GPUs that they have are from NVIDIA, okay? And if you don't know who NVIDIA is, just Google them. They're massive. I mean, they have a massive market cap. And man, I'm kicking myself for not getting into that one, because I remember like bear market for crypto 2022, NVIDIA was trading in like the $150 mark, I believe. And I just, you know, I'm not real big on stocks. I do have a little bit of stocks, but that was one that I definitely looked at, and I just faded it. Didn't jump in like I should have. But you know, you can't catch them all. You can't win them all. But yeah, so let's see some other AI projects. There is one called Synthesis One that I think looks really interesting. That's something that you may want to look at. Solidus AI Tech. I'm bullish as hell on Solidus AI. Okay, go on their X page, go on their website, and you'll see exactly why I am. ChainGPT, that's another one. These are projects that are in the market cap range of under 200 grand. I'm sorry, 200 grand. 200 million. That would be sweet if they were under 200 grand. 200 million, okay? So those are some good projects to definitely check out, especially now when we have these dips. If you haven't gotten into the AI plays and you don't have a position yet, right now might be a good time for you to get in one. I'm already have my position set, and I got in much cheaper than it is now, but I still want to add to my bag. So I'm hoping and expecting a bigger dip, and I will be adding to my to those plays. Those are my most bullish two plays, I think, right now, as far as netting multipliers, right? Is Solidus AI and AI Tech and ChainGPT. Okay, let's see, what else did we talk about? DPen. Okay, DPen. I think a project that sounds really great is called Peak, spelled P-E-A-Q. It's not out yet, but it's going to be coming soon. I think that's a fantastic project to look at. Anchor is another one that I think is fantastic, which is out right now, and it's in my opinion very undervalued. Okay, it's trading right around 4 or 5 cents right now. Market cap's not too big. I don't know where we're at with market cap right there on that one, but I want to say it's maybe 200 million or something like that. But that's another good DPen pick that you can look at. Gaming. Man, there's so many good gaming projects in my opinion. I think Myria is a great project, and it's going to do really well, not only in this cycle, but moving forward, because it does many other things. You know, it's a scaling solution as well. So that's one that I would look at. Let's see, what else do we have? If you know, you got Gala Games. There was a lot of FUD about Gala Games just a year ago when the two devs were suing each other over some money and whatnot, and it shook a lot of people out, man. People that I even follow, but I stayed strong on that one, and I still think there's just too much that they have going on, too many partnerships, too many connections for this project to just go away, you know, over $100 million, you know, discrepancy with these two devs. And we've already seen Gala start to pick back up, and I do expect it to do pretty well. And I think it's going to be one of these coins that sticks around for a while moving forward. Man, I wish I would have brought a list with me. I kind of just, you know, thought I need to get out there, make a video now, and just grab my phone, threw my sandals on, and I'm just taking a walk. But I will be mentioning others moving forward. I think Gala is a safe gaming play. Okay, it's a safe gaming pick. Beam is another one. I think Beam is fantastic, and I think it's going to do well. Let's see, IMX. I should have mentioned that one right out the gate, because IMX is gaming infrastructure, and it's the big daddy of them all. It does have a fairly high market cap. It's already up there in like the 2 or 3 billion area. It may be a little higher, you know, don't hold me to that, but it's right around that pocket, that 2 to 4 billion pocket. IMX is fantastic, and I think even from right now, the price that it is right now, what is it, like 250, 350, somewhere in that pocket, I think it's got a 20x in it, maybe a 10, but I think it could do 20. It could even do 25x, and that's a project that is not going anywhere. Okay, that's a solid gaming pick. Okay, so those are a few that you guys can look at, and you know, I have other ones that are in my portfolio that are a little bit more risky, or a lot more risky. You know, some degen picks there, but you know, let me know what you guys have. You know, I'd love to, you know, if you guys hold any of these projects that I mentioned, and you know, if there's any others that you want to bring to my attention. But I do intend on making more videos moving forward. This is more for my documentation of my journey, right? I wish I would have done it last cycle, but I didn't. But here I am doing it this cycle, and I started this channel right at the beginning of the year. My first channel got nuked for some reason. They were, you know, YouTube was, you know, saying that I was using bots and spiders and all this other shit that I don't even understand to get my likes and my views up. And that's not really why I made this channel. Sure, I hope you guys like these videos and subscribe. I would love to build this community so that way we can have a like-minded community. I'll never, you know, I have no intentions. I never thought about doing a Patreon, none of that stuff. I truly don't want your guys' money. I want you guys to invest your money into you and your family's future like I'm doing mine. And I'm hoping to get like-minded people into this channel so that way we can, you know, help each other and prosper together, right? You know, there's so many guys out there that shill their Patreon group, and you know, yeah, there's probably there's some good positives to that. It's a double-edged sword, you know. You can get into some things a little earlier, you know, than some people that aren't in these groups, but you're also you're paying your own money to help these guys buy more crypto and pump their bags, right? When you could be using your own money for yourself and your portfolio instead of giving it to somebody else. Because guys, you can do this on your own, okay? I never was in any group. I never paid anybody for any information. I just, you know, use my own common sense, and I picked some killer picks, man, this cycle. I have some great picks, okay? Yes, I made some mistakes. Who doesn't? But you learn from your mistakes. And that's the other thing too. Like if you're in a group and you're having somebody basically hold your hand and make these picks for you and tell you when to buy and when to get out, you're not going to learn, okay? And you're just going to continue paying people money. And some of these guys that have these Patreons, I like them. You know, I like their channels, and I think that some of them are good dudes. You know, you can only go off of what you see, you know, on their videos, but, you know, I think some of them are straight up trash as well. I don't think that they're good people at all. I think that they're just selfish people looking out for themselves. You know, at the end of the day, crypto is a player versus player, you know, dog eat dog game. You know, that's really what it is. But if we can get anyways, yeah. Go home, boy. Shit. That scared the hell out of me. I have a 3-legged Doberman Pinscher that just ran out of these people's house up to me. Here, check it out. Hey there, boy. Anyways, that was a trip. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm not going to edit that or anything. This is just going to go up there. Anyway, this video is running super long, and I don't have any intentions on editing it down. I'm just going to upload it. But yeah, guys, I hope you like this type of video, man. I'm a genuine person, and I really hope to get genuine people involved in this in this channel, right? We still have a lot of time to get this right, a lot of time to get our portfolios dialed in and up to speed. If you guys have any questions or anything, or you know, comments or projects you want to let me know about, please leave them in the comments. And also, guys, don't forget to like the video and, you know, share it with some people, and subscribe, and look out for some other videos, okay? Until next time, guys, I hope you guys are all doing well wherever you're at. And yeah, man, make money, don't get wrecked. We'll see you later.